plays games with Steve
and Angel.
You say that Mr. Fawles pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Fawles.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible.
Meaningless.
Meaningless.
Impossible? Meaningless?
Sorry, like anytime I hear that line of that game, it's usually from Edgeworth. So that's
Yeah,
why-
impossible.
He's like, I
meaningless.
wanted on the fun.
Yeah.
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible, meaningless.
Objection! That's my thing. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
Objection! But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
Ugh.
You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see,
I don't know.
Objection!
Boss.
I thought
Objection! That was me. Just a moment, Your Honor.
His voice got high-pitched.
Objection! That was me.
Objection!
It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fawles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
I'm getting deja vu. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious!
Oopsie. Order in the court.
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection! Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
Oh my.
What?
PR?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fawles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say, that's impossible, meaningless.
Ridiculous. What's so impossible, meaningless about it?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record.
Stabbed with a knife. It contradicts it. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. To the side.
It was a little Eagle River.
Run by the victim at the time of the incident. Found on Dusky Bridge. Taken by the witness. Oh, they were very fucking tall. Is that it? The fact that the wires are so fucking tall?
Is Dahlia Hawthorne Shadowcat from X-Men?
Huh?
Or
The answer is yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shadowcat is a character who can go through walls.
She's
Oh, okay.
That's right, physical objects. Yeah.
Take that!
Good thinking.
Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo.
Angel is also an X-Men.
Oh, that's right. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, there's a character.
You're one for real.
Take a look at the wires. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible, meaningless, to push someone off from there.
No!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over.
Objection! So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fawles had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range.
Ugh.
So, Mr. Fawles throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible, meaningless.
Order, order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this?
Objection! Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Objection! Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Objection! Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River.
I assure much dish.
Ooh, that's a pretty shiny diamond.
Yeah, a $2 million diamond used as ransom for Dahlia that was lost to the river.
Ooh.
Spicy.
This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. Right? That's it? That's it?
Yes!
Okay, all right.
Yeah!
Let's go!
5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond.
Ah! No, it can't be.
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Fawles to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river.
Yoink!
With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Everybody betray me. I fed up with this girl.
Oh, it's a scary sprite.
Why, that's simply ridiculous.
Simply ridiculous.
Order, order, order!
Objection! Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
They're pretty evil nowadays, yeah.
It's true. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
Objection! But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
You're saying like the police forces are doing bad things behind our back?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Fawles, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then when she told her what she was planning to do...
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness, is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Maya Fey.
Mia Fey, actually.
Or Mia Fey.
Yeah,
You should keep that name in mind. I don't know.
Maya's in like middle school or something.
Oh, God. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
evidence?
Yeah, oh, I guess it's like a question like, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with with Mr. Fawles and my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know.
What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something?
Oh!
Nah. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me, and there's nothing I could do about it.
Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
Mr. Armando!
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fawles' stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There is only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who could testify to that demon...
Woman's crimes!
Well, I mean, if she can do some Maya shit, then Valerie can.
No Maya shit.
No Maya shit. All right.
Mia's never been able to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. That's that's an unfortunate.
Sorry, my heart skipped a beat when Angel started to be like, oh, just do some Maya shit. And I'm like, it's like oh my God.
Who else can do it? There's only one person who can testify to the... I think it's either Terry or Dahlia. I mean, can I press, just for the sake of knowing, can I press Melissa Foster now? Or do I have to be specifically Dahlia now that she's been outed?
Well, the thing is, we already have.
Yes, yeah.
So we're talking about somebody else.
Oh, it has to be someone else. It has to be someone else.
Because Dahlia's not going to say anything.
Right, so...
It's all right, who's the one person?
So Terry then...
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't know if it was, she's the only one who can speak on her thing.
No, it clearly hasn't borne
All right.
fruit.
Your Honor, the defense... No, I'm not making fun of you, Angel, but I was just my butthole was clenched. I was just
Okay.
I was like, oh no. I almost felt you were trigger happy there for a moment. I'm like, no, Angel.
It's obviously this.
Talk to us. Talk to us, Angel, please. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
Melissa Foster.
A new witness?
Turns out she's fake. Oh. I'm finished, aren't I? Yup. Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Fawles.
The defendant?
There's only one person that could shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that could say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who could solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Fawles.
Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Fawles. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Am I taking over for Mia now?
If you want to. If you want to play judge, I'll still play Mia. It's okay.
I could play judge.
Okay.
Unless that's a lot for you.
Let's see. Let me work my magic here. I'll try.
All right.
Mr. Fawles, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. And you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Fawles, there's only one answer I want the answer to.
One answer you want the answer to?
One question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia, it's true. You are alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Fawles to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Fawles, yours will be the final testimony in this trial.
The final testimony.
Witness? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Water. Please, water. Can't talk. Need water.
He's actually a fish.
Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now.
Coffee dehydrates you.
Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right,
Sorry.
I'm good. Sorry.
Steady breath. Okay.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Fawles, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
Objection! That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Fawles? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think.
Oh, shit.
Aw, shit.
Here we
Shit
go
in his
again.
car.
Shit. It's okay if I shit it in your car. That day at 4 p.m. I stopped the car.
Hold it! According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you?
It was raining. Already dark, too.
You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Fawles?
Eagle Mountain. That spot. Strong memories.
Why did he just clam up? Could it be he's hiding something here?
She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge.
Hold it! You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct?
Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it.
I'm sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of the eye.
Hold it! You were watching the car?
That bridge. Other side is broken. Nobody could come from there. So, I was watching car.
What else were you expecting him to do?
I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling.
Tonight's gonna be a
Good night. A contradicting night.
I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway.
No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it.
Oh.
Anyway, nobody came. No car. Nothing.
There's also just an old man who goes, "Come back! Come back!" But that's it.
And fix the bridge! Hold it! Mr. Fawles, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne?
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Not for long, you ain't.
Oh.
I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remembered her face.
Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, why did you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Sorry. I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. We talked. Then she left.
Hold it! What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Fawles!
Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do, she said that. That's why she lied. Got me the death penalty.
And were you satisfied with that answer, witness?
Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. It doesn't matter no more.
It don't matter.
It don't matter no more. Sorry. I got smarter than
Don't move no more.
Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead.
But you just saw that she isn't dead.
After Valerie talked to me on bridge. Nothing left to live for.
Well. And that was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Hold it! How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and the sunset that day was at 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Fawles, this is your last chance. If you've already taken the fall once for something you've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do.
That woman. It wasn't Dahlia.
Stop right there. What more needs to be said?
Even if it means even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder, you'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Fawles?
I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her.
Mr. Fawles.
Even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. His curse for being a simp.
She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. I forget which one of these earlier ones was where she felt a contradiction. Was it this one? I'm gonna just kind of skim through to see if that was where it says it. It's like the last line. Nope, not that one.
Stay alive, stay alive. But I'm on death row.
Something's bothering. Oh, here. So it's this one. I watched my car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. You watch your car from the bridge? You can see it from the bridge and from where he was standing too. My co-hosts are dancing. I wish we had camera. They're like fully going out. They're going at it.
Focus.
So, okay. The woman came, but he like went past her? I don't... You watched your car from the bridge? What the... This is very strange. Like, it felt like you probably came up to her. Like she was early or something. I think this photo is very sus. I watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in that car. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. That day I stopped the car. He was also like not saying information. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of bridge. He's like clammed up. So my brain space is on these early ones. I watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in that car. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. Professor, can I have a hit, please?
Oh,
Joe,
you say,
listen to your heart.
you say things.
What?
Oh, okay.
You are always almost right.
She
What
wasn't
were
there,
you
so I waited on bridge.
What was that weird thing you pointed out?
The point where they were standing on the bridge, like it would mean that like she walked past him to be standing there.
Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah, she wasn't there, so I waited on bridge.
What do we present to this piece of shit?
So I mean that, but I'm not sure which one it contradicts. I mean, the game is saying this one, or at least they
Why don't
pointed.
you present that photo right here?
Okay.
Today!
Not that one.
Yeah. I had to double check. Okay. I had to double check.
Yep, you're exactly
Objection!
right. It would have been an awkward like shuffle, like,
Yes.
so let me get past you. No.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure. I'm like, oh, have you forgotten like the positioning of that photo because that was a different session? But
Nope, Angel's
You
an
remember-
ace attorney.
yeah.
Wow.
So when you got to, you're just playing on hard mode. That's the thing. It's not like there's the characters in. I was like, it's like,
What's been nice though is that your gut has been right.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
great to hear.
Yeah. Just translate that to life. Just when your gut believe in yourself, when your gut tells you, I think this is right.
I mean,
And you doubt yourself, listen to your heart.
I think I do that in real life. It's a different situation when it's a let's play and, having to replay things and like the save and all that's on the line.
we would have stopped you.
The professors are here.
I'm a professor.
Co-professor.
Did you already read this?
Assistant professor.
So professor to me.
What was that, Angel?
Did you already read this one?
I don't know. When you got to the bench, you want to write,
So when, I gotta read it. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
By the way, did you recognize the song I was singing near the end of that?
No.
Is a song that never ends.
Is that Peter Pan?
No, that is Bambi, I think.
Oh,
I haven't seen Bambi in forever.
It's a song that plays in the beginning.
Oh, is it one of those songs where it's like a storybook opening and it's like you can barely fucking hear it?
What are they saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Someone's like, come on! You're at 30 minutes already! But no, we're going to play this there. You're sure, huh? Well then, I'm sure too, Mr. Fawles. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh? Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Yeah, dummy.
The kid is like, my point exactly, dumbass. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Fawles, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did.
She's just like, you got that right, dipshit.
Yeah.
You gotta do yerk.
Oh, yerk. Sorry. Yerk. Ah. Yeah. Blah.
Blah.
Blah. Blah.
blah, blah, blah.
Mr. Fawles, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true.
I
had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to the special place before you went to
place.
special? Laughing place.
soon you won't be the one who's specialing.
God. You want to do the before you went to the bridge?
Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
Oh, Mentos.
A memento?
And some Diet Coke.
God.
It'll be fun, Terry.
I don't think that's such a good idea, Dahlia.
You're no fun.
5 years ago, I hid it under a base of tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes.
Yerk.
With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No!
Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Fawles, there's no mistaking it.
Oh God, he's gonna throw up.
Mr. Fawles?
Oh,
That's enough. Please.
ooh, witness?
I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess!
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we're so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Fawles!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Oh my god.
Mr. Fawles!
No!
And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers.
No time for winners.
I ended up with a wound that cut
We are the losers.
Of the trial.
I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well.
No, I'm actually doing quite fine.
No, it's fine. It technically wasn't a loss. So.
Yeah. I came out unscathed.
But one person. Just that one person, that bitch.
Jesus.
The true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne. No, that bitch. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Oh, I hate her.
Oh, and this matches up with the next thing.
Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando.
We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten.
Oh, it's her fault?
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Fawles killed
I
himself.
don't think that's what he means here. I think he's like, you were generous, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Oh, God.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Jesus.
Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them.
Dang.
1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I, myself, got wrapped up in that case.
Wait, it was a year apart? That moment? Or I'm forgetting the time. Whoa! Yeah. See, I thought it was almost like immediate when it happened because I assumed she ran away and tried to hide the poison.
Nah, it was a year.
Wow.
Because that whole time she was like, can you give me back the necklace?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
No.
I'll say, like, that incident with when she met Phoenix, that was 5 months prior to that trial. To the trial with Phoenix when it was the defendant. So Mia's first case was a year before
The trial.
that trial.
Oh.
Make sense? So that, like, the stuff with like, that thing with Dahlia and the poisoning, that didn't immediately happen after. That was months later.
Okay.
Okay, just to clear that up.
Gotcha.
Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes.
And then she ascended.
Oh yeah, she ascended already. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, and now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Ooh, what could it be?
Will we find out next week? Or next tomorrow?
week.
Yeah, we're going on.
Yeah, we're gonna play. I don't know.
hiatus.
We're gonna play a fucking Wheel of Fortune for 7 episodes.
So it's like, God damn it! Of course we're gonna be back tomorrow. Come on, we're gonna be back tomorrow for Bridge to the Turnabout.
No, we're gonna play Killer Instinct tomorrow. See you then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bridge to the Turnabout. Bye bye. Actually, let's see the thing.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I was about to.
Well, I don't know.
Press A.
You can press A. save, and you'll get your life back.
Yeah.
That full lime green.
Look over there. Ooh.
Wow.
Mr. Oddsworth.
Oh, it's
With
with
his-
young Miles Edgeworth.
With his corny suit. Well, it looks nicer here. It looks like it fits him better.
Yeah, that's true, but it's still a fucking circus outfit.
Yeah.
All right, see you tomorrow.
All right. Not next week, but tomorrow.
Oh, no, right. Killer Instinct, 6 episodes, then we'll see
Yeah.
you. Bye-bye.